Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzell. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. So this is just a 10 by 20 inch canvas, and what's left of hopefully will hold out my Meeden black gloss paint that I want to put some shapes on. To start with, that worked pretty well. If everything else went that well, it would be great. I can't do that twice without using a fresh spatula though, but I can take everything off and use it. Nope, don't take it. I'm trying to break the habit of being too much of a perfectionist at the start because it really doesn't serve my purposes. But I think for general principles, just for this moment, I'm going to take a fresh spatula, because I know that'll work. Because I'm not going to use that right off, I'm going to put that in the bucket. I'm going to grab the rest of the black paint using one of my silicone brushes. And I'm going to sacrifice this spatula too, because I've got like 5. After doing this for years and years, I have a collection of spatulas that actually come in pretty handy. I'm of the opinion, and have shared it in the past, that I don't think it really matters how you start, because you can always paint over stuff. Which behooves me to listen to myself, because I just keep trying to do perfect things. Can't be perfect out of the gate. You have to leave room for error to make room for improvements. Now, what else do I want to do? I want to use my rubber brush with the paint on it. I should be willing to do funky lines. For some reason I haven't quite got there yet. I will probably black my edges at some point. I do have a studio sponge, and I will wipe off my brush in a second. Much easier to do it when you're done using it at the time than to try and clean off paint later. I say that, but the black's not coming off very easily. I have a clean sponge. Well, I have another sponge. Clean is a relative term in most people's studios. The paint is clinging on. Now, I did just mix up, and there it is, some red violet. Red violet is a vivid intense fluorescent. And I guess I'm going to use some of the aforementioned multiple spatulas. What a great color. You know what? I might not. I thought I might use a rubber brush for a second. Can't go back again, so you got to get it right the first time. Or suffer the consequences. Which in this case is having to fidget. I got a nice heavy layer of paint, which the paint will... I also have something in the paint that needs to come out now. Well, it will still heal itself. Yay. Alright, this is going to go over here. And I figured this is going to be a stage 1. That's Deco-Art Americana 24 karat gold. Do I have enough? Is my spatula dry enough? Maybe I'll just trade it for a dry one. Or use my pants. The gold does not usually cover in one. That's why I made an attempt to use a nice heavy coat. I may still pay the price. Time for rubber brush again. I'm tempting fate. I know it's not Halloween yet, but I'm hearing the call to orange. And blue velvet. Not sure how much further I can go, actually. Pretty sure I can get away with the blue velvet over here. Give it a bit of a shake. I usually like to mix more than one color together, but right at the moment that doesn't seem to be my priority. The blue velvet is a little heavier than some other things. Which means I have more time to play with it. Or so I've convinced myself anyway. Now if I wanted to leave the canvas white, I definitely could do that. Because it's triple primed. I've wanted to, for a while, paint a canvas with colors and then do a transfer over the top of it. But right now I'm just sort of freestyling. I think. I'm going to try that. That felt risky, but it worked okay. I was going to probably can't get that out, maybe. Q-tip in a little spit if you're fast. Now, where can I put this? I'm going to have to take a break and clean off some spatulas because I've got 3 in the bucket. I might want to leave that alone. And then again, maybe I might not. I think I'd feel safer if I just let it dry and come back. Add more colors later on. I'm liking what I've got though. So I guess that's good for now. So I'm back and this is dry and some of the colors are not as strong as I want them to be. So I'm going to hit them really quickly and then I'll be gone. So I went back and I added a little paint as you just saw, and now it's dry and it's the next day and I'm going to try not to mess this up. I like this Cyan Aqua. I believe it's Cyan. No, it's Vibrant. Let me find the Cyan. I want the brighter color. And I'm going to try and use my rubber brushes. Which that was definitely not heavy enough. But I am going to try and link it up. Maybe I should use the smaller one. I'm nervous now. I get better coverage. might try and fill that in. That's not bothering me too bad. Maybe I'll do it again. I'm trying to decide where the orange is going to go. I think I'm just going to do it. This orange crush. I'm using my smallest brush and hope it goes once. I'm going to use a light touch. No matter what I do, I'm probably going to wind up with some overage. My intention is to do my edges black. I used the original stage to make a header for my Facebook page, and I really liked it a lot, so I'm going to miss the white when it's gone. I want some of that orange right here. Now I'm thinking turquoise right in here because I really like that turquoise. Although blue flame is an option too. Maybe the blue flame is the way to go. Thinking I'm going to have to go at this from two different directions, and I'm not sure how that's going to work. Make sure I have no paint on my, no paint or chips. I did not pull my sponge out of the bucket, and I'm going to do that right now. Kind of want to bring, oh, big paint chip right down the edge. Kind of want to bring that right down. Wow, I made it. I actually have Q-tips if I need them. I really like the white. I wish that I had pre-primed the canvas with some white, but I'm also not shy about leaving it alone. Wow. I wish my hands were a little steadier. going to go from the other side. Thinking that blue might look perfect right up there too. I really want to add some more. I think that's going to have to be pretty good. There is no perfection. Not that it keeps my brain from wanting it. Just couldn't leave well enough alone. I suppose I could always give it another coating. I think I want some pink next. This looks like another having to go back the next day scenario. I should just be willing to embrace the marks I get. It might be more interesting than trying to be perfectionist. Maybe next time. Thinking I had to go all the rest of the way. makes me want more blue, but a different shade than I've been using, kind of over here. I don't want it to be orange. I've got Egyptian blue, which is what I've been using. I don't think I've improved anything yet, which is kind of too bad, but oh well. Maybe a little more orange. I think so. I'll put up with whatever white spaces I get. I want a wider brush though. That's not without interest. I've got a lot of extra paint left. Maybe I'll do what I was thinking a moment ago. That's kind of interesting. I don't think I mind that much at all. I'm inclined to do it some more places. Since I've got all that orange, I might as well. That's good. Just gonna have to wait and let things dry a little. I'm really being called to yellow. I'm wondering if this turquoise is dry enough to put some in there. You watch, in the end, it won't matter if I was a perfectionist or not. I'll just cover it with lines. So the camera stopped and I added some more yellow and dabbed it in with my brush. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the remaining spaces. I also cleaned out the tip of the yellow, which was very helpful actually. Hopefully I fast forwarded through a lot of this. I want to move this down here. Before I go on. That worked quite nicely. Sort of muff that up. Fortunately, the yellow is really strong. I feel like no matter what I do to this, it'll be a risk, but I'm still going to do some stuff. Starting with some Dazzling white, I believe, and some texture tool. I don't know if I'm going to do the other half white or not. I don't even know if I have enough paint to do this. Does not seem like I have enough paint. Quick, rinse it off. We'll have to very quickly see what it looks like to mark make. Hard telling, not knowing if you make a big mistake unless you've tried it once. Let's do some more. That way if it's moist and I have to rinse it off in the bucket, I can. It wouldn't be the first time. Although I don't think I've told you that before. Alright, I'm going to give it a try. Starting with what? Come on, pull. Well, that sort of worked, but I'm not terribly impressed. It might still be cool. And for that one, I'm going to go back in. There's a puddle there, that's got to go. There's no perfection. The black kind of worked. It's different, but it's kind of cool. It was an experiment worth taking, I guess. Taking. Let's grab the Anita's black metallic and move some bottles out of the way so I have elbow room. You know what, I need some more white on that blue. I can't leave it alone. It looks odd. I want another color in here, and I'm thinking maybe the water lily. What I really want is dancing fuchsia. I think what I should settle for is the red violet. Would help if it were completely open. It's a risk. I might have to come back and let something dry. I'm really liking these this Wilton cake decorating tool. Maybe I'm going to try a different tact. Let's use the Michaels tool. just put a little more in there since it was already that color to begin with. Red violet. Gosh, I hope I don't regret this. I'm going to try the black. They need is black. I took a picture, so at least I know what it looked like when I liked it. Shouldn't have added that red violet right then. I definitely need a much less wide brush. Should have started with that. Feels kind of crazy doing this. Is this the right width? Well, I'm going to have to fix the red violet no matter what I do. That's going to have to do. And the red violet wasn't so bad. Covered way better than I anticipated. Now I really can't use brighter colors on this end if I want it to be cohesive at all, I think. So I might as well go for the white or the gold, or both. I think it's too late to wash it off, so it's just what it is. I'm thinking Oriental Blue or Blue Flame for over here, because it's nice and light, comparatively anyway. I want to put some Whispering Wisteria in there. I don't think any of it's going to show up anyway. I'm a little depressed. Whatever else I do, I'll have to do tomorrow. I suppose I can always go over it again. I do want to just scrub it off. This is Frozen Amethyst. Other than that red violet, which I need to let dry, the orange has got to change. Or I suppose I could leave it the same. So I don't think I did myself any huge favors when I did what I did with the white, Dazzling white. And if I want to fix it, I think I can, but I'm not sure. And I'm going to try and add dots. But I have to go from the left to right or I'll put my hand in it for sure, for sure. So I'm going to start with some black, because you can't really go wrong with black. And right now my dotting tool is using a saturated Q-tip that dried overnight. And I'm going to fast forward through everything after I tell you a color. But I think it's going to be red violet. Snapdragon. Orange Crush. I'm going to try the tickled pink. Oriental blue. If I don't like it, I'll change it. Blue velvet with it. So I kind of changed my mind about the blue, which means I'm just going to take that off of there. The vibrant aqua. Cerulean blue, which in a pinch will blend with that turquoise. Deep amethyst. Cerulean sea. And I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to just use the handle of my dotting tool. Dancing Fuchsia, because I like how that looks. Let's see how it looks over here. Saffron. Tickled pink. Can't wait to see what this looks like dry. I like it better than I liked it before, and there is plenty of room for improvement. If I want to continue, I could with more contrastful colors in some of the gaps, like I have already, but otherwise, I think I'm good to go. Hi, this is Priscilla. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And if you'd like to be super helpful, please join the membership. My art is for sale. I'm here to help. If you have questions, feel free to ask. I have 2 books on paint pouring. They're found in the Amazon link, and the Amazon link is found on the link tree in the description underneath the video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you come again. Bye for now. Priscilla out.